Hi, it's me, Ingrid INFP, and I had a pretty busy weekend. It was the uh, festival in my town. There was also the culture festival in Stockholm, and I went to the midnight run, but I didn't run. I was just in the audience um, in Stockholm, and I watched my Italian friends run 5 kilometers. Um, and then I stayed over at my best friend's house, and then so I had a lot going on. Uh, and I almost had a meltdown or like panic attack at the end of that day because it was like nearing midnight and I had walked a lot that day and I'd seen so much and I was in sensory overload. Nobody noticed. I did feel like tears were about to get out and I put my earplugs in and just breathed a bit. But there was a lot of people. Like, I don't know how many people were at this, but it was like thousands and thousands of people. And there was a lot of noise, and also the Italians make a lot of noise. So, yeah, they all dressed up as Pokemon, so that was pretty fun. And they ran in their Pokemon suits. Um, but yeah, there's like a competition where they judged people who are in masquerade costumes, um, which my friends didn't win, but there was this couple that was dressed as aliens, and then this other couple that were dressed as Forrest Gump, and the other person as box of chocolates. And yeah, there was somebody dressed as a Smurf, and there was Gandalf, um, and an orc, and there were butterflies, and people dressed up as a Joker, and people with totally impractical costumes. People dressed as ABBA, right? We're in Sweden, so obviously that's the kind of thing. There are people dressed as Frenchmen, like typical Frenchmen, like a whole family of like 5 kids and the 2 adults, um, with beret and fake cigarettes and baguette and striped shirt and scarf and everything, mustache. So it was fun to see, and it was fun to also be at the culture festivals. The festival in my town was had a lot of food trucks and like secondhand selling, people having like um, garden sales and or backdoor sales, and then people at music, and there was somebody who played the nyckelharpa, which is like a old Swedish instrument. So that was really exciting to see. Um, and I saw that on Friday evening, and then um, on a little bit on Saturday morning before I took the train to go to Stockholm. And the culture festival was also a lot. There were people dancing in the streets, and there were people, tons of people, but it's all brimming with energy. Like my small town was also brimming with energy. Stockholm is so much bigger, so there's crowds of people. Um, I've told you guys about that experience I had as a child or a young teenager being planted at the culture festival. So that always brings me back nice memories. Um, I ate at an Asian food truck that was by that place where I was planted as a tree. Um, so yeah, and a lot of things were going on all over the place. A lot of food uh, places and a lot of music, like school groups making music and um, activities for kids, kids making pins and making poems and drawings and trying out sports equipment and science experiments and all sorts of things. Um, so it was a lot of fun. At the same time, there was another festival going on in like the hippie part of town, but I didn't participate in that. because I met up with my best friend, and then we sat down and talked a lot because we hadn't met since we went on holiday. So a lot of things have happened. My best friend is specializing in geriatrics. So he knows a lot about palliative care, and we talked a little bit about, well, my uncle passing away, because his uncle passed away of pancreatic cancer as well. So, but his passed away within the space of 3 months. So it gave us something to talk about, but we had a lot of other things to discuss. He's my emergency contact, so I tell him stuff about my health, and well, I told him about my autism assessment coming up soon, and I asked him if he could like be available by phone if somebody asks to phone. But yeah, so we talked a lot about many different things, and it was sunny but a little bit windy. And then there was a run, and so they were dressed as Pokemon, all the Italians, but there were other people with costumes as well. There were people dressed up as aliens and as the Joker and Forrest Gump and all sorts of things. So that was fun to see. And my friends kept doing reenactment because one person was dressed up as a ball, and so he would jump and like shake as if he were the ball. So that was pretty funny. And other people were dressed in like jumpsuits of different Pokemon. So yeah, and I was there like to watch them run. But then I started feeling that meltdown coming, and because there was so much crowd and I'd been through so much throughout the entire day, that I felt like shaky and a little bit like I want to leave, I need to go. But I don't think that my friend noticed that something was off, but he did suggest like going home, because he was also super tired. In the end, we ended up going to McDonald's before going home. And then I slept over at my friend's house. So yeah, everything went fine in the end, but I was pretty knackered out and tired. I also slept on the train, which I don't usually do on the way back, but that's what I did. I'm thinking that the next video will be a review of the Song of the Cell, because I'm almost finished. I have less than 100 pages left to read. But I mean, look at the amount of bookmarks that I have. So we'll see how long that video will get. Anyway, I'm going to thank everybody for their nice comments lately. I have been thinking a lot about many different things. I'm trying to take it slowly, just do my work and then come back home, read my book, and just keep doing that. I'm thinking of taking a holiday in the middle of the autumn. We'll see what I do there. And then also a holiday for Christmas, because I have so many holidays left, because I thought that I might be going to Japan or that I might be going to the US, but that doesn't seem like what's going to happen now. So now I have all these days, and some of these days disappear if I don't use them up. So I'm going to ask for a holiday in November and one in December. We'll see how that goes. Who knows, maybe I'll be able to go to England again, or maybe I'll meet some people, some friends. We'll see. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a great day. Bye.